But what most are unfamiliar with are the many, many dyslexic children that fall through the educational cracks, and the numbers are staggering. And it can happen in any family, regardless of the social or economic background. Current estimates state that 20% of the population has dyslexia. Now, one would expect that number to be consistent across all demographics. However, that is not the case. We can get a clue about the widespread consequences of undiagnosed and unsupported dyslexia from what may seem to be an unlikely place. In the year 2000, there was a study of the Texas prisons inmates, and it discovered that 80% are illiterate. 2/3 have poor reading comprehension, and nearly 50% are dyslexic. Now, this was a study just in Texas prisons. Now, other states have also had studies that have shown similar results. Now, in Chapter 12 of my book, Raising a Child with Dyslexia, under the subheading, The Dangers of Undiagnosed Dyslexia, I share the story of Amir Baraka. Now, for those that were at this conference in 2017, you may recognize this story. Baraka grew up in the most impoverished and violent housing project in New Orleans. Now, Baraka always had trouble reading, and if that weren't bad enough, he had a drug-addicted, imprisoned father, and note this, a mother who called him dumb and stupid because he couldn't read. Now, all of this combined was a perfect storm. The result? Baraka became a juvenile delinquent. Baraka clearly remembered the day his undiagnosed dyslexia defined his life. In the 6th grade, he said, "I was called before my English class to read, and my teacher simply embarrassed me because I sat there for about 10 minutes just floundering through a book, not knowing any of the words." You know what he said? I knew that day that I was going to be a dope dealer. Wow. And this is not an isolated incident. This happens to children all over the country that slip through the educational cracks. Diagnosed at age 23 in prison, he states, undiagnosed and unsupported dyslexia is a pipeline to the streets and then to prison. It's time we change that. But how?